Hey!
This is Sparta!
I'm sorry, I really had to do this. Everybody else on YouTube done it, and I'm the only person who's not done it. Anyway, welcome to behind the scenes of Elites of War. My name is Ghost Amel, and I'm the director, producer, the actor, and partially a writer of the series. In this episode, dubbed V5, we'll be looking on how I make Machinima so you can watch it. But before we get to the questions and actual details on how I make it, I think I really should go over how each character fits into the story. The people from my clan, Honor God Society, know this already. But people from outside, I feel are kinda confused. So for the next couple of minutes, I'll be going over each character's background, so to speak. So let's start off with episode 1 of Elites of War. Cleverly named Silent Stars, but I renamed it afterwards to The Mercenary. In the first couple of scenes of the episode, we see the two characters, Garst on the far and John on the close-up. John originally had to be a grunt, but thank you Bungie for letting me play as a grunt in Halo 3. Not, so I changed him to an elite for obvious reasons. These two characters are one of the main characters in the story, and they run this organization called Legionnaires, which is pretty much mercenary group, which doesn't really care about anybody else but themselves and the plot of land that they own on the planet. I won't really get into much of the backstory of these two characters. It's explained in another way further down the line, but they are a huge part of the story. Episode 2 must be one of my most favorite episodes because I get to do a crazy nut job person in this one with some crazy shit in his head. Anyway, meet Reed. I think his name is Jonathan Reed. I'm not sure about it, so don't kill me, Fire Lord. This is another main character in the story with a little bit of a mental issue. He's been through the war in the past and has his agenda against this unknown elite, which we see in the end of the episode. And I must say, I had a lot of fun doing this character in particular because, you know, it's fun to do crazy people at times. That's about as far as I'm gonna go with this guy too. Episode 3, The Heretic, must be the most fun episode in terms of filming because there was no third-person shots in this whatsoever except few times in the beginning and few times towards the end, which I masked. But this is Don Murami, and he's a fallen shipmaster. He served the council of the elite planets in Helios, and he did something bad, so he has been sent to this prison, which is a detention center called Regret. And now his mission is to get out of this sort of lost facility and find out what is happening on the outside of it. And yeah, this is pretty much it. So now that we're finished with basics, let's get to the questions already. The first question comes from Lore of Trons. Ghost, what is cloning? And what is the process behind it? Well, you see, I call it cloning because I'm the only character on screen and I literally put more of myself in it. But in reality, all it is cutting and pasting using the appropriate programs, whether it be Sony Vegas Pro 9 or Adobe After Effects. The key is to have a still camera, just like you see now, and then just cut out the characters you want to place in the shot. That's all it is. It's called masking. It will take far too long for me to explain it all but detail. There's plenty of tutorials online. And that's all it is. It's cutting and pasting, nothing more to it. Does it mean it's easy? Yes, when we're talking about shots like this, when I need to clone only 4 individuals, but when it comes to shots like this, or like this, it takes a long time because I need to cut out every single one of them and then put them all together so they will look like they're walking all in one line. while it's only one person there walking all the time over and over again. Not to mention, it takes a lot of filming time, because every single person there has a little different gait or different speed of walking and whatnot. So it might take me 4 different footages of the same spot, with me slightly changing maybe location of one Spartan or the second one, maybe put a different weapon on. But then I realized that you can't see it from the distance and pretty much was useless. But yeah, it's like doing the same thing 20 times over, or doing one thing 20 times over, and then cutting it all in pieces all those 20 times. Kinda annoying after a while. But it looks good, so what can I say? Well, it seems I'm actually running out of time, which is sad, because I have at least 18 more questions to go through. Sad, isn't it? So I'll try to make these few next questions answered as fast as possible. Next question comes from Froggy. How do you get special effects like HUD in Elite of War Episode 3? Special effects? No. All it is cleverly placed letters and cleverly placed shapes in right places. That's all it is. No special effects. All of this can be found in Vegas 9 directory, easily to use, easy to put. All you need to do is to find the right place for them. That's all it is, nothing more. The only thing that can be considered a special effect could be the screens, the little screens inside the HUD. That's all it is, and even then I just shrunk an footage and placed it there. Looks cool, ain't it? Next question comes from Boot. Inspiration, design, and implication of HUD. I looked at an Elite helmet and I thought, what an Elite would really see through it? What would give Elite an edge over a Spartan? And how to make these 2 episodes, Episode 3 and Episode 4, more unique. So I came up with HUD, along with the AI. I thought that this information would be vital to any Elite out there, and since Dominic is the main character, I thought that this HUD will be unique to him, and that's what defined him as a character, besides his backstory. Unfortunately, I don't have enough time to answer all the questions, but I will hurry as much as I can, and you won't need to listen to my accent anymore. Next question is from Firelord. How much does the average episode cost? Honestly, anywhere from $5 to $10. For example, this episode maybe cost me $2 or $3 because there is no filming here at all. Unfortunately, this is the all time I have for the questions. However, if you like this episode, I will make another one answering the bigger questions. And my YouTube viewers ask questions too. Right now, I would like to show you a deleted scene from episode 4. It's not voiced, but I will walk you through it. And yes, I have much more deleted scenes for the next episode. Let's get started. This particular scene takes place right after the battle, and continuing that feeling of dramatism by killing this poor Elite who was apparently alive. I just thought it would be extremely awesome to do this because it continues the story from before. So as the camera pans in, you see one of the soldiers reporting to the captain that he found a survivor, and captain replies, just show me, almost with like this annoying tone. So now we see our hero Peter held at gunpoint. A Spartan right there in green and brown explains that he found him in a small command post, wounded, surrounded by 2 dead elites in blue and red armor. Kind of little clue of what happened to the 2 of the characters from before. Peter and Captain just look at each other, not saying a word, until the Captain just does this. Just shoots Peter without remorse or anything, and simply says, "There were no survivors. And get back to your post." And that's it. That's all he says. I thought it was pretty cool at the time, but I cut it out anyways. Well, my time came to an end, and sorry for the accent. I can't get rid of it, no matter what you do. Watch my videos, subscribe and comment, and I will see you next time. Itchy. Goodbye.
Thank you.